Yang's tweet was so horrible, so tone deaf, so stupid, so malicious, so obviously pandering. He started trending, and not in a good way. Hashtag, Yang supports genocide. Some people kept saying, oh, this person is just as good as most progressive people in Congress ever. Oh, this person is amazing. And I pushed back, I said, no, it's not. I could sense it. I talked to him. He didn't seem very progressive. Had like one idea, give people money, but then he wanted to cut all these social programs in order to pay for it, instead of just saying, hey, we give people money and stop dropping bombs. There you go. There's the money. We don't have to cut the social safety nets. We keep the safety nets in place. We'll just stop spending so much money on war. That way we'll be able to afford the UBI and keep the social safety nets. It never crossed his mind because he's not here for peace. If you're not here for peace, you're not a progressive. Andrew Yang had the nerve to weigh in on the turmoil, the ethnic cleansing, the apartheid state, the evictions in Jerusalem. Here's what he said. His tweet, his words. I'm standing with the people of Israel who are coming under bombardment attacks and condemn the Hamas terrorists. The people of New York City will always stand with our brothers and sisters in Israel who face down terrorism and persevere. Yang's tweet was so horrible, so tone deaf, so stupid, so malicious, so obviously pandering. He started trending, and not in a good way. Hashtag, Yang supports genocide. Tweets such as, Andrew Yang stands in opposition to the people of Palestine. Don't let this man become mayor of New York City. Yang supports genocide. Other tweets such as, fuck Andrew Yang. Can I get a collective? Andrew Yang. Yeah. See, here's the thing that really pisses me off about Andrew Yang. That's the same guy I had to hear over and over how progressive he was. How he was the next iteration of Bernie Sanders. Yeah, he's just as good as Bernie. What's wrong, Tim? Are you a racist? Andrew Yang is a neoliberal's wet dream. Now, I feel bad for New Yorkers because they got to choose a mayor. And I don't know everyone. I know I heard that there's a bona fide progressive that's running. There are a lot of people running, actually. The front runners are this black guy who's a neoliberal. But for some reason, I guess because they like the neo part, like rappers support him, you know. Like a city councilman or something, has bona fides within New York and he's well known. He also supports this genocide in order to get votes, in New York, because of strong ties, strong Israeli ties or Jewish ties in New York. He's just as bad as Andrew Yang on this issue. They both suck. Both parties suck and both of those candidates suck. So, it's going to be tough finding somebody. And right now, they're neck and neck in suckiness and in polling. With the guy, Eric, doing a little bit better. Adams. I think his last name is Adams. So, that's bad. That's not good. That's bad. Yeah, it's kind of amazing that this is a guy that people were dogging me about. Yeah, they were all over my timeline, telling me how wrong I was about Yang. Yang's just a really nice guy. I think it was a bunch of trolls and algorithms. I don't know, but I don't hear them now. Where are they? Where art thou now? Defend this shit. Make an excuse for this. Go ahead. Tell me why it's okay for Andrew to repeatedly pander for votes. Not one of them could explain why he needed to cut social programs in order to create another social program. Why not just cut the pork, cut the fat? None of them never even crossed their minds that we could stop bombing other countries and afford a UBI instead of cutting grandma's Social Security. You guys, these people aren't serious, man. They really don't give a shit about anybody. They just saw a way to get some money, a UBI for themselves. They didn't care about single moms or people on disability or seniors or anything. They cared about them fucking selves. And that's really who Andrew Yang appeals to. People who care more about their fucking selves. You know? Because when you bring up these facts that I'm bringing up, it's nothing to do with race. You talk about it's about the most marginalized, I cover the most marginalized group of people in the country, in the world probably, but definitely in the United States since its inception. And you accuse me of being racist because I don't like a guy who's willing to cut social programs that would grossly over-indexing and punish and hurt people like me at the bottom already so you can move out your mama's house? And I'm not even opposed to UBI. I'm opposed to his version. And that was like sacrilege. A guy you didn't even know existed until 2019. You didn't even know who the fuck he was. You guys are some backstabbing bastards. I've been doing this for a decade. You know who Andrew Yang was? He popped up one day out of a seashell or some shit. Someone sprinkled fairy dust on a troll, and it turned into Andrew Yang, and he showed up. You didn't know this guy. You didn't know him. Horrible.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. timblacktv.com. Join us today.